Hey rodeo fans, we are here at the Greeley Stampede. Look who I just found, Tuff Cooper. He is back for the finals at the Greeley Stampede, and we have a tough lineup coming up. Tuff, where'd you just come from?
I roped here last week. I went to Reno, Nevada, and then I flew up to Ponoka, Alberta. Now I'm back down here for the short go.
He's back down here. Where are you going next?
Next, we're going up to Red Lodge, Cody, and Livingston, Montana. Then back to Ponoka, then back to Utah, back to Calgary. It just basically continues like that for weeks on end.
That is the 100 Cowboy Christmas. Tuff, when you started out, who were you looking up to besides your dad? We all know that the Coopers were big into rodeo. Your dad rodeoed, your brothers did. Now you are keeping that tradition going. Who did you look up to?
Oh my goodness. Growing up in my dad's, footsteps, being around all the guys my whole life growing up, knowing everybody, it's, you really just look up to everybody, honestly. It's so cool to have, to be able to watch those guys in the arena and what they're doing, and especially whenever I, turned into a teenager and really knew I wanted to rodeo for a living. And when I was working really hard, I was really watching all the guys' moves and what they were doing and how, and I'd go try them out and in the practice pen that typically wouldn't work. I'd keep trying them until you kind of figured out how you could get better and most importantly how you could win. And so honestly, everybody.
That is the rodeo. You see so many kids in the back ends just watching and looking up to you guys, and that is one thing that
Absolutely.
Is true about rodeo and about cowboys, is how we bring up the next generation. So you mentioned about practicing. How does your practice go about now as a professional, that you've got the moves down, you know what you're doing? How do you keep that practicing going to be able to stay at the top level?
Really, the best thing to do is to have a really solid program, that you know what you're going to do, each day of the week. And the rodeo season's year-round, so every chance you're home, you're trying to get some practice runs in so you can sharpen up and really just prepare yourself for whatever rodeo's coming up. But if you can really have a program, know you're going to run X amount of calves that day on your good horse or your younger horses, or if you have a practice horse, just really having a really methodical program.
With the roping and stuff, there's so many different types of ropes, and there's hard ropes, there's soft ropes. How did you go about picking the rope that works the best for you?
Really, just at the end of the day, before I tie my rope on my saddle, it's I just try to honestly get a word from God to see which one I should use, because a lot of them are going to feel good. If I have any money at all, I'm spending them on ropes. I have way too many of them. But when I come to the rodeos, I bring all of my best ropes, and I'm swinging them, all of them, every day, if not 2 or 3 times a day, just to know your ropes. Because the more you can know, your tools, the better I think you can perform with them.
You mentioned how God tells you which rope to use. Faith is big time in rodeo. I'm amazed at how many people I come across that are believers, and get to see more and more believers as I'm on this road in the rodeo circuit. How does God help you with your faith, keeping you humble, keeping you from getting caught up in the emotions? How does that go about for you?
Yeah, this Western way of life is pretty awesome. How involved God is in the people, and how open we are to that connection, with God. And honestly, rodeo and being a cowboy, just life in general, will humble you, and it's really nice to have something to keep you standing, whenever you're not able to yourself.
Well, rodeo fans, this is Tuff Cooper. You may have used to see him with baby powder on his cowboy hat. Now he's not the youngest out there. So we wish him the good luck, and make sure you guys stay tuned to the Cowboy Channel for the sold-out Greeley Stampede. Thank you, Tuff.
Thanks, see you guys.